What's up, everybody? It's Specs, and today we're going to be talking over my round 2 match against Woodsy Noctowl. So, yeah, let's just get right into his team. Like last week, since I already fought against Woodsy before, this explanation is going to be a lot more brief. If you want to hear a more in-depth explanation to everything he has, you can go ahead and check out that video. I'll put it in the description. But without further ado, let's just talk over potential sets and Pokemon he has. So, the 6 that I have here, the Necrozma, Terrakion, Drapion, Arcanine, Clefable, and Decidueye, that's what I thought he was going to bring overall. I kind of expected a Calm Mind Morning Sun Necrozma because he ran that last time, and it worked very, very well. So I just thought that, might as well run the exact same set again. With Terrakion, pretty much I thought about this set. I think this is like the best set overall for Terrakion against my team. My team really struggles to take hits from this thing, pretty much. I do have a little bit of counterplay, like for example, I have the Seismitoad that resists the Stone Edge, and I have Clef that resists the Fighting Stab. But if I get one prediction wrong, then my team can be messed up pretty badly. So yeah. Next up we got Drapion. Just kind of expected like a good defensive, just like a good defensive annoying mon. Like with Taunt and Knockoff and Toxic, it could really do a number to my team in general. And then Poison Jab also helps against Clef. Arcanine, I kind of, last time he ran like this curse set, I'm assuming it was max HP, max speed F. It was like, I forgot the exact moves. I think it was like Curse, Flare Blitz, Rest, and probably Sleep Talk. I don't remember exactly what it was, but yeah, so this time, it didn't really go well for him last time, so I didn't really expect him to bring it again. I thought he just was going to bring like a more standard set, like something like this, with Heavy Duty Boots and Intimidate, and then you got, like max attack, max speed, Flare Blitz, D-Speed, do pretty well against my entire team, and then you got Crunch in order to hit Chandelure, and then you have Morning Sun for recovery. So that's kind of what I expected overall. Next up we got Vikavolt. I just kind of expected like a 3-attack roost type of deal. You could run Energy Ball over one of these moves to hit Seismitoad super effectively, but considering Bug Buzz is a 2-hit KO, I don't think he really needs to do that. Anyway, last up we got Decidueye. I just thought he needed a Defogger on his team, so I have this little bit of a set, and with U-Turn, 2 Pivot, and then Stabs. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I'll go over the 5 that I thought he wasn't going to bring. Steelix, I definitely thought he could. Like, it was definitely something he could swap out with something else. So you got, Rockhead, Surge, I don't know, all those cool abilities. With the 200 defense, it's really good at taking hits from Weavile, and it can threaten it out with a Body Press. So that's pretty cool for it. Its typing naturally helps against Clef with something like Heavy Slam to back that up. So yeah, Steelix could be pretty annoying to my team in general. It does get bopped by Seismitoad and a lot of other things on my team, in fact. So that's why I thought like maybe he wasn't gonna bring it. Next up, we got Vaporeon. Really didn't think he was gonna bring it. Like, I know Vaporeon's like super tanky and all, but I have 2 Pokemon that absorb water type moves, and then and both of them can do hefty damage to Vaporeon. One of them can Toxic it, the other one can just hit it with a bunch of electric attacks, that being Heliolisk. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe he would want to bring it for like Wish Protect and stuff. Who knows? Next up, we got Rapidash. Basically, it's just not strong enough to do anything major to my team. Basically, like, I can basically switch into Clef into this like every single time, and unless it's like a Swords Dance set, and I'm not running Unaware, like, it's not really scary at all. So I just didn't really think he was gonna bring it. And even if he was running a Swords Dance set, I have multiple Pokemon that can outspeed it and kill it. Well, 2 Pokemon, but 2 is a lot in a Draft League format. So yeah. Next up we got Drampa. Nice grass immunity, but I was pretty much never gonna bring Roserade into this battle anyway, so that's kind of useless against my team. And also, yeah, I don't know. Berserk's a pretty cool ability, but yeah, I don't know. There's just not really a lot going for this thing. If I have a Spit F Clef, it can't really do much to this. Drampa really can't do much to a Clef outside of it being like Specs or something like that. I guess Glare would be nice, and it gets Roost, but I don't know. Overall, too slow. It is extremely strong, but like its coverage isn't too amazing either. So overall, I didn't really think this thing was gonna be brought. Last we got Noctowl. He brought Noctowl against me last time, so I mean, I guess technically he could bring it this time. But it didn't really do that much in the last game, so yeah. I guess you could run like a Nasty Plot variant with a lot of bulk to beat Chandelier or something. But yeah, I don't know. Not very good. Tinted Lens does help it a little bit, although my team doesn't really take flying type moves really well anyways. I don't have many resist to flying actually, so I don't think I have any actually. Hold on a sec. Well, okay, doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, I have one, but that doesn't count. Anyway, so I'm just gonna go over the team that I have that I made against him. So I brought basically the same Pokemon. I just thought that, you know, like when I build against someone, I build to try to completely beat them, right? Like, I feel like the teams that I make are as optimal as I can possibly make it. So when I fight someone again, I usually just stick to the same thing because even though it is predictable and they can totally call me out on it, like, I just think that, you know, the stuff that I made before should be good enough so that they can't really try to counterplay it. So anyway, we'll get into the team here. We got Choice Mail Weavile. It's gonna ask me Terrakion, and you know, knock off Ice Shard, Low Kick, Ice Crash, Choice Band, Admin. We also got Spectilius back again. Same moves, same everything. I'm gonna move on. Toad. It's pretty standard. Stealth Rod, Toxic, Skull, Earth Power, and then you got Max Defense, so it can help take Terrakion hits better. Conkeldurr's here. It used to have a lot of speed, but now I just toned it back. I have a lot more HP now, so I can take hits better. I have pretty much the same moves, and I have Defog to help clear rocks for my Weavile and my Chandelier. Next up, we got Clef. This is a little bit of an interesting one. We got Double Dance Clef with Moonblast, and it's unaware, which is why I have to run Moonlight. Yeah, this turned out to be a mistake later on. I really should have made a Magikarp, but we'll get to that when the time comes. Next up, we got Chandelier. It used to be Scarf to help deal with Terrakion a little bit better, but now I decided I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get as much power as I freaking can, and so now I have this little bit of a set. So Fire Blast, Shadow Ball Flamethrower, and then we got Trick, and then we have Near Max Special Attack. These EVs help to live a Adamant Arcanine Crunch after Stealth Rock, or just a Life Orb, or I don't know about Choice Band, but it'll live a Life Orb Crunch without Stealth Rocks. So yeah, Speed is just it's just there to outspeed, I think, Decidueye, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think it's outspeeds Adamant Decidueye. So yeah, Adamant Max Speed. So yeah, that's the team, and let's go over to the battle real quick. Let me adjust these. Yeah, okay, there we go. Dark mode, because I like the dark mode. Anyway, so looking at this lead, the stuff that he brought, I mean, pretty similar to what I thought he would bring. He swapped out the Vikavolt for Steelix, though, which makes sense. As I said before, I totally anticipate him to bring Steelix. It's something he could totally bring. Yeah. So I remember the last time I led against him, I'm pretty sure I just led Heliolisk against him, and I don't know. I totally forgot what I did. Oh, sorry, let me check. What did I lead? Yeah, I did lead Heliolisk again. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I was just trying to make sure what I did. Yeah, so last time I did lead Heliolisk against him, I was just like, screw it, I'm just gonna do the same thing again. This time he calls me out on that. He goes Steelix instead of Decidueye. So, yeah. Actually, wait, no, he led Turok. I don't remember what he led last time, but you guys can watch the video and figure it out. But yeah, so he leads Steelix against my Heliolisk, and it's not really a good matchup for me. I could try to stay in and hit it with that Surf, but probably not a great idea. So I decided to pull a Hog Double into Conkeldurr. This allows me to get my Flame Orb up, which is pretty nice. He goes back into Necrozma here. I have to go for Drain Punch. So yeah, that's a little bit scary. I decided to go into my Clef here, try to stomach a hit and see what he does. He just goes for Photon Geyser. So yeah, I'm unaware Clef, so I can help deal with the Calm Mind Necrozma better. Turns out I didn't need that. But yeah, anyway, so he goes for the Calm Mind here as I switch to Toad. And then, so at this point, I was just like, I was trying to get the Toxic on the Necrozma, right? That's going to cripple it, so it can't sweep me, right? So I do that, So Necrozma is pretty much unable to sweep me at this point. I predict that he will think I would switch, so I just go for rocks on his Power Gem. And then I pull a switch into my Weavile here, if I believe, yes, on his what's the name? Photon Geyser, Jesus. Yeah, so good sequence of plays by me, I guess. But keep in mind, something I didn't account for when I was playing. Drapion is pretty good against my team, but that's only when, but it gets hard checked by stuff like Sazatoad and Conkeldurr, and you'll see what happens in a second. So here I just go for the knockoff. You know, I'm just trying to hit that Necrozma if Chase tries to stay in. I get the crit there, which is really nice. I double back into Conkeldurr here on another. Oh, he just goes for rocks of his own, and this is a choke. I go for defog. I should have kept rocks up on his side. Honestly, that was a dumb idea on my part. But anyway, he goes for Earthquake here. I think I did defog because I thought he would switch, but he didn't. So I think he caught me out there. So now I'm pretty much forced to go for Drain Punch. It does a lot. And now he's pretty much free to go for Photon Geyser unless I pull the switch into Weavile. But he just goes for Morning Sun to get his health back. I go for Knock. Basically at this point I'm just trying to sack my Conkeldurr, which not a good idea as it turned out. So I got him there. And then he just goes for Morning Sun again. I call him out again and go for Knockoff. But I really should not be trying to sack my Conkeldurr, which, yeah. Anyway, so I just switch out. I decide to sack my Sazatoad against the Necrozma. Yeah. This is a really bad idea. Like, as I said before, Drapion pretty good against my team, and we got a 10% Conkeldurr and a Sazatoad. So this is a really, really bad decision on my part. Because now Drapion's just going to run train against my entire team. I go Clef here, and I double into Weavile. I guess that was just a flex play. I mean, Weavile also does well against his team for the most part too. He doesn't really have a decent switch in except for the Arcanine. So I just go to Chandelier here as risk-free play. He goes for a Curse again. I trick him, my specs, because, you know, why the hell would I not? Goes for Toxic there. Now his Arcanine's crippled. I just go to the Fire Blast trying to hit the switch in. Unfortunately, I miss. So I go to Conkeldurr here. Yeah, okay. So after all those turns, I did get rid of the Necrozma, which is nice, but I let go of everything that beat Drapion. So not a very good look. I go to Weavile here. I'm just gonna go for the Icicle Crash. He has Protect, which is pretty interesting tech. With the Black Sludge, as you'll see right here. It take 56% with the Weavile. Yeah, like, you go for Protect again, and then he's just gonna, you know, get his health back. So he knows I'm banded at this point, so he's just gonna pull that switch into Arcanine. Pretty risk-free play. I get pretty nice chip on it, but, you know, not a good luck overall. He goes to Drapion here on the clock, good double on his part. I just go back to Chandelier because I knew he was going to Poison Jab, and I knew he wasn't faster than my Chandelier, so I felt like I was pretty free to go for the Fire Blast here. I don't think he should let his Drapion take the hits, so yeah. I just go for Fire Blast again. At this point, I'm playing a little bit too conservatively, honestly, because my Chandelier is toxic at this point. So, yeah. I pull the switch into Clef here on the Arcanine. So, yeah. At this point, I'm just like, well, okay, we're going for game right now. So, I pull out the Cosmic Power. I start setting up. Steelix is only doing about 41%. It's something that I could outstall with my Moonlight and my Cosmic Powers and whatnot. But, yeah, so at this point, it does look over. But one thing I forget to mention, like, I'm not Magic Guard, and then he just toxics me as his last effort, and he calls me out on the unaware part. I mean, because I'm running Moonlight, I basically am unaware, because why the hell would you run Moonlight over Softboiled? You can't run Softboiled and Unaware together, just due to, like, generational, like, I think, like, Clef could only learn Softball Gen 1, and you can't have it be a hidden ability Pokemon in the, like, later games. So, yeah, so basically that's why I can't run Softboiled and the hidden ability Clef in the same at the same time. So I'm forced to remove Light. I don't know if he knew that or if he just went to Toxic because, like, well, like, what else could he have done outside of getting a crit, I guess. So yeah, that really sucks. If I made this Magikarp, this game would have been over, like, right now, outside of a crit, because nothing could have killed me at this point. Arcanine can't set up against me because I tricked it. You know, like, Decidueye, like, I max defense, so, like, literally everything here doesn't do much or any damage at all. So if I made this Magikarp, the game would have been over, but outside of a crit. Decided to do Underwear because I was just too afraid of that Necrozma. It comes back to bite me, so yeah, that really sucks. Anyway, I'm just going for Moonblast. I'm trying to kill the Steelix. Yeah, so this is just really unfortunate event of turns. It just goes for Rocks, which is also really good. Now it pressures my Weavile, and my Chandelier can only switch in one more time. So yeah, this is pretty bleak. He just goes for the Arcanine here. I do get this play right. Oh yeah, I did take his Heavy Duplicate. Sorry. So I can't just switch in a couple more times on it, but yeah, it's looking pretty over. He goes to Terrakion on my Shadow Ball. Does a lot, which is nice, but you know, at this point, there's really not much I can do. I just go with the Volt Switch here, but he has a full health Decidueye. There's not much I can do at this point. Everything is Specs or Banded, and then my Clef is damaged, so this is pretty bad. There's really no point in trying to set up with my Clef. Yeah, I should have run Heal Belt on my Clef, in all honesty. Instead of like Calm Mind. I thought I would run Calm Mind instead, because like if I was fighting against a Necrozma, like I wanted to like make sure I can like set up a bunch and like just sweep through his entire team. Turns out that was not the best idea. I mean, like if I didn't have a boosting option, like there's stuff like maybe like Decidueye, I could probably take Roost and like try to PP stall me there. So yeah, I guess that's why I probably won. That's probably why I also ran Calm Mind at that. So yeah, I mean, yeah, Moonblast doesn't have a lot of PP, so you know if I have to run out while trying to kill his entire team, that'd be bad. Anyway, I go for Moonlight here. Yeah, this is pretty bad. Toxic damage. With the toxic damage, he's able to kill me with Filler Blitz, and the Arcanine's still alive, but he's just gonna let it go here to whatever move I click. I go for Icicle Crash. One last dumbass play for me. I accidentally switch out. Totally forgot about Rocks. And then my Weavile was dead to Rocks, so I should have just stayed in and I started spamming Icicle Crash. My only chance at this point was to flinch the Drapion, because if I did do that, I would have won, because I don't think this is why I had a priority, and I think I would have died to Icicle Crash, and then Terrakion obviously is not, doesn't have enough health to take on the Icicle Crash. So I should have, I don't know why I pulled the switch. That was just, I don't know, I guess I was just caught up in the moment. Like, I knew he was going to protect there. I guess I was just, like, calling him out in the worst way possible. So, yeah. At this point, it's pretty much over. Alright, Weavile's dead. So, yeah, he just gives us a Terrakion here, and then he's free to go into Decidueye. I can't do much against this. I just, like, sack Weavile. I don't... There's really not much I can do at this point. I have to hope for, like, Thunderbolt, crit, paralysis, like, 5 times in a row. Or just, like, Dark Pulse flinching. But, like, no. At this point, it's over. So, yeah, we have lost against Woodsy Noctowl. So, unfortunately, that means I am out of the Draft League. So, yeah, I guess I got 4th place or something like that. Yeah, so that was the end of the season for me. Very enjoyable season overall. I really enjoyed the team that I brought. The only criticism I could really pull against it is I didn't have Steel type. But, like, honestly, this team was really, really good, honestly. Yeah. And every single coach on this Draft League provided a really good challenge. I think everyone here was really good at the game, and, like, we had a lot of good games. There's also a lot of hacks in the season overall, but, like, for the most part, my games aren't that hacksy. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you all for watching so much. Woodsy is going to be fighting, what's his name? I forgot his, sorry, I forgot his team name, but his name's Joe. Yeah, so Woodsy's going to be fighting Joe in the finals. I will link Joe's channel in the description because he has been posting Draft League content for this. Woodsy also has a YouTube channel. I guess I'll also put it in here, but he hasn't been recording for this Draft League at the moment, so yeah. I'll provide both of those YouTubers in the description so you can go watch the final match if you would like to. I mean, I'm definitely going to be watching it, so yeah. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and yeah, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you all later. Peace.